Good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome inside the Erickson Center from the heart of the Twin Cities on the Northwestern St. Paul campus for another edition of UNW Volleyball here on the Eagle Sports Network tonight. A Snelling showdown. Arden Hills taking on Roseville, if you will. Northwestern taking on Bethel this evening. Ryan Mitchell with you tonight for this evening's contest. Officially, it is a scrimmage between these two squads. Just happy to get together this evening and have this matchup. Eagles working in the home purples, right to left across your screen. Bethel in the road whites. They'll be working left to right as Sydney Schwitters kicks off this evening of play. And for the Royals, the opening kill will go to Maria Claflin. She had 5 kills on Saturday in Bethel's victory over Concordia Moorhead. That is their first official match of the season. They were unable to play in the fall as the senior for Northwestern gets things started. Callie Schwitters on the scoreboard with her first kill of the evening. There will be no official live stats for this game, so if you're wondering as the match moves on if we can check out some live stats and you want to keep along at home, I always suggest doing that if you'd like to do so. But being that it is a scrimmage, we'll just have what you're seeing on the floor and the scoreboard. But kill moments ago going for the Royals to get them back on service here early going in this one. We still will play best 3 out of 5, as is traditionally what we do in volleyball. Block there from the Royals to take this early lead. Northwestern obviously fortunate enough to get a fall schedule together. This is now the Eagles' 28th match of the season. They are coming down the stretch in their UMAC conference play where they are still undefeated, as Callie Schwitters was going to let that one go, and it hit her before it could potentially go long. Was going to be close. Serving once again is Claflin for the Royals, the senior out of Dayton, Minnesota. Sydney Schwitters setting up Kendra Hardy. And that one was tipped on its way as it did not fall within the square, if you will, in the court of play. But tipped on its way out will get the service back to Northwestern as the sophomore out of Woodbury, Kate Rogers, in to serve. Royals got to send over here. Hardy going all out to try to save that one. Got to go over, and it does in the middle from Pruis. They play it wide once again. The lefty converting. Kirsten Cotter led with 9 kills in that win for Bethel. Straight sets win a couple Saturdays ago, taking out Concordia Moorhead in Fargo. They won 25-18, 25-15, 25-15. And that is still their lone match they have played on the season, as Hardy gets it over the wall, finds the soft spot to get the Eagles back on service. Back and forth we go. Bethel here on out will have a MIAC exclusive schedule. 7 matches on the schedule right now to play those ones through May the 5th. I'm not sure if they'll have a postseason tournament or not, or if that's even been decided yet for the MIAC. As Schwitters will knock it over, try to catch him by surprise. The Royals scramble, but that one goes just long for Bethel as Northwestern closing in after falling behind a couple. It's been a great couple of past seasons between these two squads when they've been able to meet. They have been absolute thrillers. Again, today will not go down as an official match between these two. With the times that we're in right now, multiple circumstances involved, it is just a scrimmage, but still plenty of supporters. Good to see tonight inside the Erickson Center for both sides, supporting Bethel and Northwestern. As Gabby Straub will have the net helper get that one over, but Royals find the soft spot. They got a hot start in this one. Speaking of postseason tournaments, Eagles looking to play here on this Erickson Center floor in a couple of weeks for hopefully another UMAC title for Coach Wilma's squad. They've been dominant in the conference over the last decade as Straub finishes that one off for the Eagles. lost the conference title a few years ago, did not have a conference season this fall, obviously. And so looking for a little redemption, if you will, if you want to put it that way. And maybe the toughest opponent, as that one is blocked back on the attempt from Pruitt's in the middle for Bethel. That's Racine. She led with 3 blocks in that win Saturday for Bethel. As I was saying, for the Eagles, maybe their toughest conference competition coming up in a few nights. Thursday night, 5 o'clock start in Morris. Northwestern will take on the Cougars in the conference finale, as that one paints the line in the far corner to pull the Eagles within 2. Northwestern right now in the driver's seat in UMAC play. They have yet to lose yet, looking to go a perfect 8-0. Again, Thursday night, 5 o'clock for that one against Morris. In what is presumably the conference championship for the regular season. Last time I had checked, Morris still just had 1 loss. And so they would have the tiebreaker on Northwestern were they to take down the Eagles in a couple of nights. As this one's set up for Schwitters, but dug out nicely at the back by the Royals. Blocked back, though, the wall of the Eagles standing tall. That's Kiera Brown and Sydney Schwitters going up high on the far side for the Eagles. Pruitt now back to serve for Northwestern as they've pulled within 1. Getting the help of the net there, clipping. Actually, never mind. That will go to the Eagles as we're all square at 8 early in this one. 2 squads, as I mentioned, much different paths to get to this point. Eagles closing in at the finish of their season. And reminder, there is unfortunately no Division III NCAA volleyball tournament this season as all fall championships were canceled. Now, lots of squads, including Northwestern and Bethel, have been able, due to their conference guidelines, to play now this spring. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean the NCAA Division III tournament happens this spring as well. And so for both these squads, they'll be hunting a conference championship is what you can hope to do, and that's where your eyes are set. Northwestern played in the NCCAA, that's the National Christian Collegiate Athletic Association national tournament that was hosted here in the Erickson Center back in November, where Northwestern made it all the way to the final and fell in a thriller to Bethel University, not this Bethel though, Bethel University in Indiana. As the Eagles surge in front here by 1. Again, we will play a best of 5 still this evening in a scrimmage, but still everything like a match really outside of it being called a scrimmage. Both these squads obviously want to do well to give them some momentum for Bethel going into their rest of their season. Again, 7 MIAC matches remaining, and for Northwestern, keep the win streak rolling, keep the mojo going, and get some confidence going into Thursday night's matchup against Morris as the wall stands tall once again. That time I believe it was Hardy getting her hands on it for Northwestern, going up high with Kiera Brown. Brown, the freshman, Hardy, the sophomore for the Eagles, the lone senior for Northwestern. Callie Schwitters puts it in play on the service. Schwitters catches Bethel all coming forward. We've seen her do that a couple of times. We talked about that on Saturday's broadcast when Northwestern took down Martin Luther in straight sets. As the senior Schwitters once again takes her time before putting this one in play. Again, 12-10 Northwestern. As Straub converts on that one for the Eagles. As they started to roll a little bit here after Bethel came out with a good start to get them a couple-point lead. Royals trying to get back on service. The dropper up the line. Schwitters will hustle to keep that one alive. Got to go over from Schroyer, and it does. Royals now play to the far side, denied straight back once again. Hardy and Brown have been timing it up very well. That was Danielle Fregis, the freshman outside hitter for Bethel on the outside there, being denied. And we will get a short breather as Coach Gretchen Hunt will take the timeout for the Royals. We'll take a brief step aside as well and be back in moments for the rest of this opening set inside the Erickson Center on the Eagles Sports Network. Bethel trying to stem the tide of Northwestern here out of this timeout and punch back. We apologize that our scoreboard is not operating correctly at the moment. We're actively working to fix that. So reminder, 14-10 Northwestern here in this opening set, coming out of the first timeout we've had called in this match by Coach Hunt and the Royals. And there you go. They get the point out of the timeout, get back on service. As back to serve for Bethel will be Claflin, the senior for Bethel. She elects to go up the line. Schwitter sets it up in the middle for Kiera Brown. A great diving save there by Fouth for the Royals. Straub now trying to go cross court. Bethel sets it up in the middle this time, and the kill goes down for Emily Rossi, the sophomore out of Maple Grove, as Bethel's got two quick ones out of the timeout. Going back to Fouth, we saw her on the softball diamond a couple of days ago when Bethel took down Northwestern in that doubleheader on Thursday. I mentioned that because now hitting it, Kendra Hardy was also on the diamond. A couple of dual sport athletes, softball and volleyball, competing this evening inside the Erickson Center as Northwestern will get back on serve. Kate Rogers back in for the Eagles as Schroyer will get a quick breather. Bethel plays it to the lefty again. Trying to go up the line was Cotter. Hardy denied at the wall. Royals will scramble and set it up there for Fregis. Straub has to play over in the middle. Nice diving stop by Fregis. Eagles with another chance here. Straub's got to play over. Dug out somehow at the back there by the libero. Schwitters goes diving to save that one. Both squads digging in on this point. Straub denied straight back, and Bethel prevails. Going up high to block that one was Cotter. As the Royals have taken 3 of 4 out of that timeout, they're now back on service, back in and back to serve. Ellie Hoyt, the senior out of Maple Grove. Clipping the net. Eagles react to keep it alive. Pruis has to play over. Good chance for Bethel to set up here. Dug out by Hardy. She now sends over and connected with the net cord as the Royals now pull within one. 15-14 Northwestern. Opening set. Best 3 out of 5 tonight inside the Erickson Center for this scrimmage. Schwitters makes the right choice to let that one go as it flies just long to give the service back to the Eagles, who've again had the luxury of playing many more matches than Bethel. For Northwestern, going back to last fall in early September, this is now their 28th match of the season. Eagles are 22-5, a perfect 7-0 at this point in UMAC conference play. That is taking place this spring. They'll have their conference finale in Morris, taking on the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars Thursday at 5 o'clock in a big one to decide the regular season champ in the UMAC. UMAC playoffs will be taking place a week from Thursday will be the semis. A week from Saturday will be the UMAC finals, where the Eagles hope to host a UMAC championship game. They're not worried about that yet, though. They got great competition tonight. The first MIAC squad that I shouldn't say that. They had a scrimmage last week as well against a MIAC squad, that being Augsburg. And so Coach Wilmoth getting some competition for her squad outside of the UMAC late in this season to give them a different look and some high-quality opponents. Speaking of high quality, Bethel using that timeout to good use to pull in front by 1 here as Coach Wilmoth will elect to take a timeout herself. Back and forth we go. A good first set here inside the Erickson Center. If you've watched broadcasts before here on the Eagles Sports Network, you know that you can interact with us for maybe Bethel fans watching who have not tuned in before. If you'd like to reach out to us, let us know who you're supporting, who you're cheering for tonight, where you're watching from. If you got a setup to send us, you want to send in a photo, anything really, we'd love to hear from you. ESNLivestream@gmail.com. That's ESNLivestream@gmail.com. As far as Eagles athletics go, just one other team in competition today, and it was a thriller. Down on Snelling Avenue on the University of St. Thomas campus, Northwestern playing St. Thomas once again in baseball. For the first time this year, not at Reynolds Field, though, as the Tommies hosted Northwestern. Owen Borma pitched a fantastic game for the Eagles. Back and forth it went. Eagles had a 1-0 lead, but in the bottom of the ninth, the St. Thomas Tommies walked off Northwestern to take the W 2-1. Eagles baseball falling to 7-7 on the season. They'll be in action tomorrow hosting Bethel, another Snelling showdown. We've had it on the diamond last week. We have it on the court tonight for volleyball, and we have it tomorrow on the baseball diamond. You can find links and live stats to that, of course, at unweagles.com. Back in play here out of the timeout. We'll see if Northwestern can get back on the service. Great diving save there by Schroyer, as Schwitters has to play over for the Eagles. The dropper eventually falls on that one for Fouth, the senior out of Hutchinson for BU. Even though it is a scrimmage, as I said before, make no mistake about it, both these squads want to win. They are keeping score. And both squads just thrilled to be able to gather tonight and have some great competition. It's been that so far. Little miscommunication there for the Royals at the back. That was Forshee and Hoyt both going for it, and because of that, it'll go back to Northwestern. On the serve, the sophomore Straub puts it in play and sails it too far. As we get to crunch time here in this opening set, every point magnified that much more. Royals get a break to get the service right back, as it'll be Forshee, the senior out of Eyota, Minnesota, to put it in play on the service. Schwitters, from an awkward angle, isn't going to be able to get that one in play. As a reminder, you have to go over the net, even if you drift out of play. And let's just say Callie Schwitters didn't really have an angle to make that one work. As the Royals now just 5 points away from claiming this opening set, and we've seen a lot of that so far. Both squads struggling on the service, especially hitting it long up the middle, just like we saw there, as Pruis now back to serve for Northwestern. BU was yelling out, at least somebody was. They somehow kept it up in the air, but way far away. Forshee was unable to get enough on that one to send it over. Someone thought it was going long, but they played it regardless. See if Pruis, she does, play a little more high percentage one there. Heinrichs with a nice dig for Northwestern at the back. Schwitters dug out nicely, though, by the Royals. This one's got to go over, though. Sydney Schwitters sets up Brown in the middle, and we're all square. The freshman out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, takes a deep breath and puts it in play. She can't save that one at the back, though, as it goes back to Bethel. Couldn't have asked for much of a better opening set here on this Monday evening inside the Erickson Center. I don't need to tell you folks at home how important this opening set is to get some mojo, get some confidence, and pull out in front. Sydney Schwitters sets up Brown, denied straight back. She'll now try Straub, running up to it to try to send that one over, and it's denied straight back by the Royals. They had the wall standing tall in the middle, just 3 points away, and Northwestern wants to stem the tide once again. They are very aware of what is going on. Don't want to let this opening set slip away, as Coach Wilmoth will call her second timeout of this opening set. We'll keep it right here with you. Again, reminder, we do not have live stats for this one, unfortunately. Short-staffed here tonight for this scrimmage, and so we have what we got for you on the scoreboard. It's a best of 5. We are still working to rectify. Well, now we do have a scoreboard. My apologies. We got it rolling. Our graphic there in the top left, as you can see, Bethel just 3 points away from claiming this opening set for the Royals. I mentioned they picked up that win a couple Saturdays ago. They'll next be in action, a MIAC contest, their first official MIAC contest. The win over Concordia was not an official conference matchup. Couple nights away down the road on the St. Thomas campus. They'll be taking on the Tommies for a 7 o'clock start in that MIAC opener for Bethel. So a nice little tune-up for Coach Hunt's squad. And then Northwestern, on the other hand, reminder, I don't know if you want to call it a tune-up or just an opportunity to keep things rolling and not have what would be a full 4 days in between matches, since the Eagles played on Saturday against Martin Luther here inside the Erickson Center, and then have that big one Thursday night at Morris, facing a contender at the top of the UMAC in what very well could be their toughest matchup on the season on the road against a club near the top of the standings. Northwestern trying to finish the regular season undefeated on Thursday. But first things first, can the Eagles answer back out of that timeout? We joke about it on the Eagles Sports Network in past broadcasts. Ice the server, maybe, if you will. Make them wait on it a little bit. And both squads, as I mentioned, have struggled with the service so far. Schwitters with the ace for Northwestern. 2 in a row to knot things up. Late in this opening set, we saw those short serves the Eagles are practicing a number of times on Saturday in the win over Martin Luther. Sydney Schwitters, one of the better servers for the Eagles. And another ace for Northwestern. And now Coach Hunt says, you know what? I'm not going to walk away from this set without taking another timeout. So both squads now have burned a few timeouts here in this all-important opening set between these two. As we do have a couple of shout-outs to get to. Shout-out to Jason. Says, we love number 10, Caitlin Pruis, watching from Sioux Falls, South Dakota this evening. Thanks for checking in, Jason. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Also, another Pruis shout-out, Mel Pruis, watching Northwestern from Palmetto, Florida, has a shot sent in as well. Got it up on the big screen, what we love to see. Got the HDMI action rolling. Hope you're enjoying it, Mel. Thanks for watching on this Monday evening. If you want to shout out as well, let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. Question, comment, concern about the broadcast you're viewing this evening. We'd love to hear from you. ESN Livestream at gmail.com. That's ESNLIVESTREAM at gmail.com. All one word, as both squads breaking the huddle. Eagles 3 straight out of the timeout to pull in front. Coach Hunt wants to maybe ice the serve of Northwestern, if you will, as it's Sydney Schwitters back to serve once again for the Eagles. Royals scrambling a little bit, but always a good idea to get it to Cotter. She's been busy in this opening set for the Royals. the lefty sophomore out of Duluth, knot things up once again. As whoever can claim this one will have the first set point, and it'll be the Royals. A little bit of a knuckleball. I think she's laughing under the mask is Allie Fouth. I don't know if that was her intention, but that one was going to hit the line. Eagles had to try to make a play on it, and so set point to Bethel, and that one flies just lawn. I tell you what, these serves in this opening set, you got to be on your toes if you're both sides. Trying to hit the line, trying to go hard up the middle. Multiple ones have gone lawn. 1 set point save for Northwestern. Callie Schwitter's putting it in play. Denied at the wall by Northwestern. They'll now play it to the wide side to Fregis. They'll send over that sneak attack. Schwitter sends it right back. Denied back by Brown. Royals resettle. Cotter connected with the net cord, and so Northwestern now will have their first set point. Callie Schwitters takes her time, sends a floater near the back, and I don't know if there's some butter on the volleyball this evening or what the deal is, but I don't know how many serves that would be now that have especially flown lawn near the middle back. Again, we don't have live stats tonight, so I would just have to make a guess that would probably end up being wrong, but set point saved by the Royals. Hardy dug out nicely there in the middle by Wilhite. Schwitter's dug out at the back. Straub sends over, deflected at the wall. Bethel maintains possession. Cotter, yet another kill, and the Royals have a second set point. Back to serve once again. Tori Urch, the senior out of Owatonna. Sydney Schwitters has to scramble for that one. Somehow kept it alive, but the kill attempt from Brown goes long, and how about that for an opening set? Back and forth, and Bethel eventually claims it in the overtime phase, 27-25. We'll take a brief step aside, be back in a few moments, give you a chance to catch your breath as well. A good one right now on the Eagles Sports Network. Moments away from set 2 here inside the Erickson Center on the Eagle Sports Network. A Snelling showdown. Bethel and Northwestern tonight in this scrimmage. Royals, if you're just joining us, took the opening set moments ago in a barn burner, 27-25. They will start on service here to open up this second set. It'll be the junior out of Louisville, Hannah Wilhite, to put it in play for the Royals. Sydney Schwitters sets up Kendra Hardy to get the opening kill of this second set for the Eagles. The senior Schwitters puts it in play for the Eagles. A little bit of an errant set, but a nice adjustment from the Royals to get it over, as that one was tipped on its way to give the Eagles a quick 2-0 lead here in this second set. Schwitters once again goes to the middle. A winding kill attempt, and somehow Schroyer picked that one off the floor. Sydney Schwitters has to send over. Royals now try the other side. Schwitters pushes to the back. She's done that twice already tonight. You've got to be on your toes. If you come to the front and Sydney Schwitters has a chance to push to the back, she'll do so 9 times out of 10. And the Royals have found out the hard way a couple times in this one. Eagles bouncing back nicely here early in the second after dropping that opening set, but they'll give the service right back. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Service errors for both squads as the Royals will get a sub in as Urch will head back to the bench and Nygren will get into the contest. Fouth back to serve once again for BU. Schwitters sets up Hardy once again. The sophomore connecting early and often this evening. Very dangerous there on the far side for Northwestern. Loves to go up the line, but can go cross court as well. And we've also seen tonight her throw out the drop shot, if you will, the 70-yard pitching wedge, spin it close to the pin, get it over the wall, and watch it drop. As that set was a little bit off the mark, tough adjustment to make by Gavick, the senior out of St. Michael. As the sophomore for the Eagles, Rogers back to serve once again. In the middle again, just another mistimed set. Whether it's the attacker there, in that case, Claflin going up for her jump a little bit too early, or the set from Wilhite just not getting high enough, just don't have that communication quite yet. Again, Bethel did not get a play this fall. They've played just one match so far this spring, and they're scrambling here early stages of this second set. Hardy has to send over. Good chance for them here to catch their breath and set something up, and it results in a kill that time by Gavick, the senior out of St. Michael, after a couple of tough adjustments she's had to make. She executes on that one. Back in for the Royals, and back to serve. Mina Weimer, the sophomore for the Royals. Schwitter sets up Pruis for the kill. Coach Wilmuth giving her squad some instructions here before we'll get the service here from Hardy. She'll elect to go up the line. She'll get the dig as well. Now Hardy! Straub, that is for the kill, of course. Hardy back to serve for Northwestern. And I'd expect here if the Eagles get one or a few more, won't be too long before Hunt potentially takes a timeout for the Royals. Schwitter sets up Straub, coming off of that kill on the last point. This time she has to go cross court, denied at the wall there by Pruis and Schwitters. They'll go up high again for this one, but a nice change up to the middle of the floor. We'll get the Royals back on serve, back into the contest and back to serve. Is Hoyt, the senior out of Maple Grove. Straub going to the back dugout nicely there by Fouth. Staying alive in this one. Eagles now set up Pruis. Royals scrambling, but they'll get it sent over, and that one flying a little bit wide on Wilhite. We've seen a couple lefties for the Royals here now on this near side, giving the Eagles a different look there, as Cotter had the very busy opening set for Bethel. She's on the bench right now, as the Eagles separating a little bit here to start this second set. Pruis winding out to her right. A tough setup to execute. It's got to be perfect, timed up well. Run behind your teammate, go up and send it cross court. Lots of movement for the Royals defense to account for. The Eagles execute that one to perfection. Hardy somehow picked it off the floor, and then Schroyer got it up for Schwitters, and she couldn't get that one over. Good effort nonetheless for the Eagles. Urch back in for Bethel to serve here. Sydney Schwitters sets up Callie Schwitters. Somehow dug out nicely at the back there by Forshee. She'll try Callie again. Sent back, and that one's going to be out of play. If you give them multiple attempts, chances are more often than not, we've seen it plenty of times in their Eagle careers, where if Sydney gets a second or third chance to set up her cousin Callie, they're going to convert. The drop shot executed nicely there from Wilhite to get the Royals back on service, as Coach Hunt's squad now tries to string something together to cut into this deficit. Forshee sends it up the middle. Straub had a tough time handling that one. I think for a moment she may have been thinking that one might be going long and I should let it go. Last second decides to play it. Caught a little bit off balance. Sydney Schwitter sets up Callie. Bang for Northwestern. Been a combination that's been on point here. Early stages of this second set. Eagles have done a great job bouncing back after dropping that opener 27-25. Still plenty of work left to do, though, obviously, in this second set. Schwitters will give Brown a chance here. Everything's clicking for Northwestern. The junior Schwitters, the maestro. Her teammates finishing things off nicely, and now we will get that timeout from Coach Hunt, just to give her squad a little bit of a breather here. Don't want to let this deficit get any further, as we got another shout-out going to Paige. That's Sydney Schwitter's sister checking in, appreciates the broadcast. Fun to see these two teams compete always. Cheering on Sydney, of course, and all of Northwestern from Sioux Falls, South Dakota this evening. Thanks for checking in, Paige. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Reminder, if you'd like to get in on the action, let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. ESNLivestream at gmail.com. That's ESNLivestream at gmail.com. We'll take a very brief step aside and be back for more second set action inside the Erickson Center on the Eagles Sports Network. Sydney Schwitters back to serve for the Eagles out of the timeout from the Royals. Do they have a little pushback? Schroyer somehow dug that one, but it went right back into the net and really no chance for the Eagles to respond. So the Royals do indeed get back on service out of that timeout. We see that more times than not in volleyball. If you've watched broadcasts earlier this year, you know that Wyatt and I joke about the percentages on that. When you call the timeout, I've said it's been over 80% of the time you win the point, but stats fluctuate throughout the season as the Eagles right back on service. Now Callie Schwitters to put it in play. Brown got her hands on that one at the wall. They'll now work it to the near side. Sydney Schwitters sets up Hardy, has to go with her right, and that one went wide. Not often does Hardy send it over with her right, but she had to adjust there and try to make a play on it and make the best of a set that was a little too wide for her liking. Serving it there is Fouth, and that's an ace for Bethel. Pulling them within 5. A nice response from Coach Hunt's squad out of the timeout. Sydney Schwitters sets up Kendra Hardy, having to reach back to get a hold of that one. Good chance for Bethel to set up here. Down the line, dug out by Schroyer. Hardy, another chance denied, straight back. Eagles scrambling, still alive though, digging in on this point. Sent cross court, dug out by Callie Schwitters. Straub denied, straight back. Another try for Straub. The dropper dug out, and it'll go down as a kill. Northwestern having to work for that point maybe more than any other point so far this season, as Coach Wilmoth will get Cassie Flynn into the game, as Brown will take a breather, as will Schroyer, as Rogers is also back into serve for Northwestern. Once again, getting an opportunity and taking advantage here is Gavick, the senior out of St. Michael. Ranging out to her right here on the near side, sent that one cross court. Back in for the Royals. Weimer, the sophomore, sends it up the line. Schroyer reacting late to that one, able to get a hand on it. And Hardy goes up the line and paints the line. After Bethel put together a little run out of the timeout, Eagles have done a nice job stemming the tide themselves and still kept this breathing room here in this second set. Bethel took the opener in a tight one, 27-25. Straub denied, straight back. The wall stands tall. I believe that was Gavick sending it right back. She had a pair of blocks in that victory for Bethel a couple Saturdays ago against Concordia Moorhead. Back into the game for the Royals for, I believe, her first time in this second set is Kirsten Cotter. And if you were with us in that opening set, you know how important she is for the Royals. Setting up on this near side, she was for all of that first set. Picking apart the Eagles' defense. Off that air, though, right back to Northwestern. Gabby Straub sends it up the middle. Cotter gets her chance here. Can't convert, though, as Schwitters kept that one alive. Schroyer has to play over, though. In the middle, Schroyer digs it out for Northwestern. Schwitters denied back, but it's out of play. Is going high on that one for the Royals were Hauser and Cotter. The wall was ready, but that's so tough to time it up, and not just that, but get contact to it and send it back in play. As Straub once again sends up the middle on the serve. Cotter gets on the score sheet here in this second set. You'd have to imagine the Royals are going to need more of that from her to work themselves back here in this second. Back into the game for Bethel is Urch. She'll go up the line on the far side. Cassie Flynn getting a chance here for Northwestern. Sydney Schwitters will set up Callie, going up the line, somehow dug out at the back by Forshee. And it's sent over by Urch. Cassie Flynn. Same opportunity, different result, winding out to her right. Always has a lot of emotion coming off the bench as she will check out and slap some hands. Heinrichs in for Northwestern and back to serve. Brown also in for the Eagles as Schroyer will get a breather. Heinrichs elects to go up the line. Royals scramble a little. Cotter has to send over. Brown sends it straight back. Dug out nicely at the back by Heinrichs. Got to go over here from Callie Schwitters. Royals reset, and that one doesn't go over from Fouth. Eagles closing in on knotting things up here in this second set. They had a set point in the opening set, unable to take advantage. Trying to keep this breathing room here in the second and not let it get down to the wire like the opener did. Tough spot there for Hardy to send it over. So far away from the net, so the service back to the Royals. As Heinrichs heads back to the bench, Schroyer back in for the Eagles. Sydney Schwitters sets up Callie, got a running start. Too much heat behind that one from the senior. As Northwestern secures the service right back. Both squads get a chance to catch their breath. The junior Schwitters sends the flopper. Eagles supporters and the players on the floor thought if that one could have got over, maybe it's another ace for Schwitters. We saw Northwestern try that type of serve multiple times in the match Saturday in that win over Martin Luther. Now or never for the Royals if they want to make a comeback in this second. Eagles looking to level things. Hardy sent that one too far. She has been busy this evening for Coach Wilmus' squad on that far side. Once again, putting it in play on the service here is Wilhite. Schwitters this time gives Callie an opportunity. The senior has been on fire in this second set, connecting time and time again with her cousin. Just 3 points away now for the Eagles. Callie sends it near the back. Once again, getting a chance there was Gavick. Now Hardy up the line. Eagles closing in on this second set. Schwitters picks the same spot on the service. The winding attempt. Lots of heat on that one from Claflin, the senior out of Dayton, who had 5 kills in the season opening win for the Royals. The dual sport athlete, Allie Fouth, will send this one in the middle. Dug out nicely on the Straub kill attempt and mistiming that one a little bit there. Tough adjustment to make for Claflin, who just had the kill. Rogers back in for the Eagles. Multiple set points, should they need them, for Northwestern to try to level things at a set apiece. Hardy has to play over. Good chance for the Royals here. In the middle, not enough on that set as Claflin couldn't send it over, and so Northwestern levels things at a set apiece. A convincing win in set number 2. We'll see how the Royals respond for set number 3. A good one back and forth so far tonight from inside the Erickson Center. Another shout out to get to. Shout out to Kelly checking in from Colorado, supporting Marilyn Schroyer, watching their girl, number 3. Thanks for checking in this evening, Kelly. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. If you'd like to get in on the action again, love to hear from you. ESN Livestream at gmail.com. We will take a brief step aside, give you a chance to get a breather as well. It has now become a best of three tonight inside the Erickson Center on the Eagles Sports Network. It's now turned into a best of three in this Snelling showdown between the Northwestern Eagles and the Bethel Royals. Tonight from inside the Erickson Center. Royals took the opener 27-25. Eagles took the last set 25-16 to set us up here for a good finish this evening. Into the Eagles for the first time tonight. To kick off this third set, Talia Grutherson, the sophomore out of Dreyer, Indiana. As Sydney Schwitters puts it in play once again on the service. There's that high flyer that she likes to try. Royals couldn't connect with this one. Coach Hunt also getting some different players into the contest. Reminder, this is a scrimmage this evening for a number of different reasons. Bethel will have 7 more matches on the schedule. That's at least how it reads right now against all MIAC opponents. Their MIAC opener will be this week at St. Thomas on Wednesday night. Eagles, meanwhile, winding up as that one went just long on Schwitters. As I was saying, Eagles winding down their conference season. Regular season finale on Thursday, a big one at Minnesota Morris, trying to wrap up a undefeated season and a conference championship for the regular season in the UMAC. Conference semifinals will take place a week from Thursday. That's April the 8th. And for Northwestern, almost assuredly, a matchup here inside the Erickson Center that night. As Schroyer was saying that should be a point to Northwestern. Delayed call. It eventually goes to the Eagles. And then if Northwestern can win a semifinal matchup, they hope to be closing up their season. One final match would be a week from Saturday. That would be April the 10th. Time yet to be determined, but a UMAC championship potentially once again for Coach Wilma's squad inside the Erickson Center. Obviously, normally would be taking place in early November, and now it'll be in early April. But, hey, that's the times, and Eagles very thankful to have played a pretty filled fall schedule, get to host a national tournament, and now get their spring season. And Bethel, on the other hand, very thankful to be playing as well this spring. It's been a long wait for their squad, and Coach Hunt and her staff, I'm sure, have been chomping at the bit and just thankful to have an opportunity like tonight to play against a quality opponent, and really that can be said for both squads. Different schedules to finish out the season, but both of them will benefit greatly from meeting up this evening. Schwitters 3 for 3 on that play so far this evening, pushing to the back when the Royals run forward. She catches them in a bad spot, if you will, and the Eagles come out red hot here in this third set to take a 5-point lead. Royals want to talk things over. We'll take a brief step aside as well and be back for more third set action here inside the Erickson Center on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll see here how the Royals respond out of their timeout. And a good opportunity there in the middle for the Eagles. She checked in a few points ago. Lucy Pelzel, the sophomore out of St. Joseph, sends that one just a little bit long. Both Coach Hunt and Coach Wilmoth giving a lot of players an opportunity this evening. In the middle, Kiera Brown has been busy from the start this evening. A good setup, and she finishes the deal as she'll check out as the Eagles get back on service. Cassie Flynn back in for the Eagles. Schroyer sends this one cross court. Would have been close to the line. Probably a good idea from the Royals to play it, but Schroyer had a good eye on that one. She'll let that one fly long. And for some Eagles who started the contest, Hardy, Straub, and Pruis now on the bench. Might be the night for them. I'm not going to guess, though. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see on that. As Cassie Flynn takes advantage of that opportunity. A cookie, if you will. Just have to be patient, wait for it to get over the net, and then finish it off. We'll see how deep Coach Wilmoth gets into her bench this evening is the point of me saying that, and especially since it's a scrimmage, both squads will give lots of players an opportunity. Sydney Schwitters here setting up Grutheson, sending it cross court. Northwestern in cruise control right now in set 3. Again, if you're just joining us, back and forth the whole way in the opening set. Bethel eventually took it 27-25. Eagles took the second 25-16, and now here we are in the third with the Eagles in control. Another lefty on this near side. I tell you what, the Royals have plenty of them. I don't think the Eagles have a lefty on the roster, but that was Krista Voigt, the sophomore out of Colorado Springs, initially sending it over. She'll take a breather and head to the bench. She'll get a couple new players into the game. Back in and back to serve once again, Ellie Hoyt, the senior for the Royals. Flynn in the middle, and that one was tipped on its way out, and so Flynn has been highly productive since checking in the second set for Northwestern, taking advantage of her opportunities in the middle, as Sydney Schwitters will get what I believe is her first breather of the evening. Talia Grutheson out as well. Heinrichs back to serve for the Eagles. Hope Kapalki getting her first action of the night for Northwestern. She went tall at the wall there with Cassie Flynn. Eagles doing it defensively, offensively, all facets rolling right now for Coach Wilmus' squad in this third set. Heinrich sends this one hard up the middle. That one flying a little bit long on that one for the Royals from Hauser, as Heinrichs will continue to serve it up for Northwestern. A dropper a la Sydney Schwitters, what she was trying to do earlier in this matchup. And a miscommunication there as Pelzel can't hit it twice in a row. She was the closest to it, but no Eagle came over in time. Grutheson back out for Northwestern. It's now Heinrichs, Schroyer, Schwitters, Pelzel, Kapelke, and Flynn on the floor for Northwestern. Bethel playing it wide, sent over there by Alton. A dropper in the middle. Cassie Flynn with the changeup. Eagles lead back up to double digits as Pelzel will get a breather. Rogers back in and to serve for Northwestern. Schwitters will also check out. First action of the night now for Molitor, the freshman out of Castle Rock, Colorado. That's number 5 in purple for Northwestern. Bethel playing it wide once again. Alton gets an opportunity, and the Royals get the service back. Reichard sends it cross court on the service. Schroyer has to send it over for the Eagles. Kapalke sets up Flynn in the middle, adjusting to get to that one. Alton goes up the line. Molitor up high for this one, trying to go cross court. Dug out nicely there by Urch. Molitor again will try going cross court. Kapelke gives Molitor another try at it. Deflected at the wall. Dug out by Urch. Both squads digging in deep on this point. Flynn eventually ends it, though, for Northwestern. Another new Eagle into the contest. Emily Moan, the sophomore out of Blaine, puts it in play. Trying to dig it out there. Too much heat on that one, though. Royals looking to stay within shouting distance here in this third set. Eagles playing this third much like they did the second, grabbing an early lead and keeping that breathing room throughout. Weimer puts it in play on the service. Kapelke adjusts to get to that one. Brown trying to send over, somehow was dug out at the back. Great hustle by Reichard, but the Royals couldn't keep it alive. Kapelke now back to serve for Northwestern, and Grutheson back in, Heinrichs out. Every single Eagle has got into the contest, I believe, so far tonight. Kapelke coming up with the ace for Northwestern. Sydney Schwitters has had a couple, and for Northwestern now, the junior joins in on the fun. Back to serve once again, sending it up the gut. Yet another one for Kapelke. This time Kapelke electing to go up the line. Royals set it up nicely in the middle for Drury. Now Molitor again trying to go cross court. A little off balance, can't keep that one in play. Back for the Royals, Grace Larson, the sophomore out of Elko. Molitor denied straight back. Getting the block on that one, I believe, was Voigt for Bethel. Larson sends a floater to the middle. Grutheson had that one tipped at the wall. Royals set it up in the middle for Drury. Molitor trying to go with that cross-court attempt. Once again, Larson was ready for it. Tough angle to send that one over for the Royals as it'll go back to Northwestern. Pelzel back in for Coach Wilmus' squad. Rogers will get a breather. Back to serve. It's Molitor. A little too much heat on that one. Both squads have struggled with the service tonight. Back now for the Royals to serve is Drury, the freshman out of Wyoming, Minnesota. Kapelke setting up. Pelzel denied straight back. Eagles tried to keep it alive, unable to do so. Can the Royals make a move now? Try to work back in this third set. And we'll go right back to Northwestern. Brown back out, Flynn back in, Schroyer back to serve for UNW. Back and forth we go on these serves tonight. I don't know how else to put it. Hoyt once again to serve for BU as that one's in play, hard and up the middle. Grutheson couldn't keep that one alive as that errant set pushed her out to her right. Hoyt again hard up the middle. Pelzel will have to come forward and send that one over. In the middle, denied nicely at the wall. Pelzel and Flynn went up to get it. Kapelke here will give Pelzel a chance. In the middle, dug out somehow at the back there by right guard. Pelzel another chance for the Eagles. Royals were ready for it. Schroyer going into the stands, kept it alive as Molitor sends over. Molitor up high to save that one. Straight back, and the Royals eventually prevail. A top 5 point, maybe top 3 point of this evening's contest, no doubt right there as Hauser in the middle eventually finished things off for Bethel. Molitor lets that one go long. As Coach Wilmuth will make another sub here as the Eagles are back on serve. It's Heinrichs back in. Grutheson to take a breather. Royals play it in the middle. Dug out nicely by Heinrichs on the attempt by Webb. Pelzel adjusting to that one to go cross court. Webb has another chance, and that one flies long on her. Eagles closing in on a 2-1 lead, just 3 points away. Heinrichs will move on over to the wide side, and she'll send it up the line. Heinrichs trying to save that one. It indeed did touch the floor as the Royals had to make a running start on that one, and sending it over was Vermeer, and I don't think her intention was to play it over like that and not get a big windup on it, but a nice adjustment nonetheless. Royals back on service, and I won't make any more jokes about the serve. I'm sure whatever butter was on the ball earlier has been rubbed off, but for whatever the reason, both squads have been struggling with the service so far tonight. Rogers sends it up the middle. Royals connect in the middle for Hauser. Schroyer diving to play that one over. Rogers trying to keep that one alive, unable to do so. Vermeer sending that one cross court, the freshman out of Davenport, giving Coach Hunt some quality attacks in this third set. Royals trying to stay alive. They got to make their move now, though, in this third set. Played to the wide side. Good chance for the Eagles to set something up. Molitor on the score sheet. Gets that one to deflect off the wall. Got that nice running start and a great set from Kapelke. Flynn and Troyer a breather. Moen back to serve. In the middle. Got a little bit too much on top of that one as Drury couldn't adjust. Northwestern closes up shop here on this third set to take a 2-1 lead in this Monday night scrimmage inside the Erickson Center. Both squads will get a few minutes to take a breather before we head to break. One more shout out to get to. Shout out to Sharon, Grandpa Fuzzy and Sharon checking in once again from Henderson this evening, supporting Gabby Straub. Appreciates the broadcast. Thanks for checking in, Sharon. We appreciate it. Northwestern takes the 2-1 lead. We have set number 4 coming up for you around the corner here on the Eagles Sports Network. Hoyt puts it in play for the Royals to kick off this 4th set of play as that one flies just a little bit long from Flynn for the Eagles. If you took a step away or just coming back, Eagles lead 2-1. Took that last set, that being the 3rd set, 25-15. Eagles somehow keep that one alive as Heinrichs had to play over. Royals getting some new players into the game as well. And the Eagles rolling with yet again new 6, if you will, to open up this 4th set of play. Flynn denied straight back. Hauser been a big-time factor in the middle for the Royals so far this evening. A good start to this 4th set for Coach Hunt's squad. Hoyt sends it up the middle. Kapelke will set up Molitor, deflected at the wall and secured nicely at the back to keep it alive. Kapelke hustling to get to this one. Molitor yet again. Dug out nicely up the line by Hoyt. And sending it over for the kill once again on this near side. Vermeer going cross court. Royals in control here, early stages of this 4th. An ace for Hoyt. Best start to a set that the Royals have had so far. Had a good start to that opening set. Eagles eventually clawed back, and it was back and forth from the middle to latter stages of that one before the Royals took it 27-25. Rogers back to serve again for Northwestern. Hoyt sets it up in the middle for Hauser. Rogers, great hustle to get to it. Couldn't keep it alive, though, for Northwestern. Royals back to serve. Couple of subs for Coach Hunt's squad. It's Fregis back to serve for Bethel. Pelzel has to play over for Northwestern. Hoyt sets up Hauser again. Deflected at the wall by Northwestern. Flynn takes a spill. Eagles reset. Moen with the dig. Pelzel denied straight back. Eagles keep it alive, though. Rogers has to send over, and she does. They deny Vermeer there, as that was Pelzel going up high for it. Moen kept it alive. Eagles really digging in defensively on this point. Pelzel was denied once again. Kapelke gives her another chance, and the sophomore converts. Flynn back to serve for Northwestern. Hoyt setting up Vermeer again, going cross court. Got to go over it. It does from Rogers. Bethel has the Eagles defense scrambling, no doubt, early in this fourth. Heinrichs back in for the Eagles. Reichard puts it in play up the middle on the service. Pelzel, was it tipped on the way out? Yes, it was. She has the Eagles, I was going to say lone two, but now at 3. 2 out of the 3 for Northwestern in this fourth. Kapelke back to serve now for the Eagles. As Garuthason gets back in for Northwestern as Flynn takes a breather. Hoyt runs back to keep that one alive. Heinrich digs it out nicely at the back on the attempt from Alton. Pelzel has to adjust to that one. Nice dig at the back by Reichard. And the Royals convert. Weimer back in, the sophomore out of Orinoco, Minnesota, puts it in play, gets the clipper. Eagles got a scramble, and it won't go down as an ace, but might as well if you've joined us for any broadcast so far this year. You know that Wyatt and I typically will call that an ace. Weimer doesn't get the clipper this time. Regardless, though, that is an ace, as Pelzel had to range out to her left to try to keep that one alive. Royals cruising here, early stages of this fourth, down 2-1. Heinrichs plays it to Pelzel, going cross court. A couple of Bethel players go to the floor, but keep it alive. Too much on that one, though, from Alton, as it'll go back to the Eagles. Pelzel back to serve for Northwestern. Rogers out, Molitor back in for UNW. In the middle, mistiming that one a little bit on that kill attempt. Pelzel once again back to serve for Northwestern, trying to work their way back in this fourth. Out wide, sent over there by Voigt. Eagles scrambling, but Molitor able to send over. Alton up the line, dug out by Kapelke. Molitor, another chance, denied straight back. Heinrichs, a good hustle to try to keep it alive. Royals, though, keeping the Eagles at bay. Couple subs back into the game. Back to serve once again is Carlson, the junior out of Minnetonka. Pelzel plays that one near the back. Olsen was denied straight back, but an infraction connecting with the net, I believe, called on the Royals. Heinrichs back to serve once again for the Eagles. The freshman out of Cedar Rapids comes up with the ace for Northwestern, trying to string something together to come back in this fourth. And once again now, she'll go to the far side and send it up the line. The lefty getting an opportunity up the line. Kapelke, good hustle to keep that alive as Flynn had to send over. Voigt, another chance, and she converts. Lefties on the near side have been a story tonight for Bethel. Early we saw Cotter have plenty of action for Coach Hunt's squad. Again, I mentioned it earlier. I don't believe the Eagles have a lefty. I'm almost positive. With everyone that's played tonight, nobody is left-handed for Northwestern. For whatever the reason, they don't have one on Coach Wilma's squad, but Bethel's got multiple go-tos on that near side to send it over with the left as Drury will now put it in play on the service. In the middle, Flynn sending over. She's been busy so far tonight for Northwestern. Converting time and time again. Moen back to serve once again for the Eagles. In the middle, Hauser gets a chance yet again. Molitor gets a running start, and the few times she's been able to do that, she's been successful. Great setup by Kapelke to give the freshman out of Colorado a look. As the Eagles are hanging around after the hot start from Bethel in this fourth set. Not letting them pull away too much. Bethel, though, still has some breathing room. Eagles looking to close the gap. Molitor, another kill. I don't know. I don't think that's going to go down for an ace, but Emily Moen doing a nice job serving so far tonight for Northwestern. Sent near the back. Royals wisely let it go as Carlson made that judgment call. BU gets a couple subs back in. Back to serve once again is Hoyt. Kapelke sets up Flynn, winding out to her right. Now she'll give Molitor a chance. Denied straight back. Bethel standing tall defensively, maintaining this lead in the fourth. Hoyt goes up the middle. Heinrichs with the dig. Molitor trying to go cross court. It was tipped. Point to Northwestern. Rogers back in and back to serve for Northwestern. Molitor will get a short breather for Coach Wilma's squad. An ace for the sophomore. Eagles hanging around, looking to make their run now. After falling behind early, they've closed the gap to just 2. Middle stages of this fourth set. Eagles leading 2-1 in this best of 5. A sophomore electing to go up the line here They play it to the far side to Vermeer. Kapelke gives Flynn a chance, and another conversion for the freshman. You'd have to imagine if this goes much further, we'll probably see a timeout from Coach Hunt if her Royals can't get the service back soon. Rogers sends it to the wide side. Heinrichs couldn't dig that one off the floor. Neither could Moen. And the Royals do respond. Don't let the Eagles tie it up. They've maintained a lead, I believe, for this whole fourth set. Again, if you're just joining us, apologies. No live stats for this broadcast tonight. We are short-staffed and doing the best that we can as Kapelke will get the service back to Northwestern. Flynn back to serve once again for the Eagles. Flynn with a burner up the middle. A jump serve from the back. The ace knots things up. Eagles hitting their stride here now in the latter stages of this fourth set. Can they take the lead now, though? Clipping the net, ready for it in the middle, though, and Hauser makes no mistake. Bethel will not let the Eagles pull in front. Back to serve now for the Royals is Koffler, the sophomore out of Minneapolis. Kopelke sets up Pelzel for the kill. Now both squads hitting their stride. Back and forth we go here in this fourth. Eagles looking to close up shop. Royals looking to force a fifth set. Carruthers back in. Kopelke back to serve on that far side. Ranging back to play that one was Fregis. Having to send over there is Alton. Service back to the Royals. Back in and back to serve once again for Coach Hunt's squad is Weimer. Pelzel goes low to keep that one alive on the dig. Grutheson denied at the wall. Sending it cross court, but just wide from Alton, but it was tipped by Northwestern. Royals closing in here. Quick shout out to Kelly pointing out that obviously, yes, the Eagles do have a lefty, and I don't know how I missed that. I'm thinking of lefties on the near side, and do not know how I forgot about Kendra Hardy. Obviously a key member of the Eagles squad, so that's my bad. As the Eagles clearly do have a lefty, and she is very talented. Back to the action on the floor. Alton up the line, paints the line. Royals have handled the storm from Northwestern well, and now have built the lead back up to 3, and maybe a timeout potentially coming soon for Northwestern if the Royals get another point or two. Just 5 points away from claiming this set. They'll get the service right back, though. Pelzel back once again for the Eagles. Molitor also back in for Northwestern. In the middle. Falling, not exactly what she intended. She's shaking her head, but having a laugh about it. Abigail Drury, the freshman, puts the Royals back up by 3. Carlson back to serve yet again for BU. Kopelke sets up Olsen, who plays it inside the line. Eagles won't go down quietly. This shaping up to be similar to the opening set. Very tight down the stretch. Heinrichs plays to the middle. Sending it cross court on that one is Voigt. Molitor couldn't adjust to get that one over. Royals keeping that little bit of breathing room, now just 3 points away from forcing a deciding fifth set. Grutherson dug out nicely by Weimer, who was ready for it. Voigt sends over. Kapelke setting up Grutherson, denied, straight back yet again. Royals answering the bell after the Eagles knotted things up and even took a lead briefly after trailing early in this fourth set. Kapelke trying to connect with that one as the set went a little too long from Molitor. Multiple set points coming for the Royals if they need them. Drury will play up the middle yet again. Flynn has to try to play over, unable to do so. And because of that, we'll be headed to a deciding fifth. Why not go the distance tonight inside the Erickson Center? Between these two, as Coach Wilmoth and Coach Hunt talking this over, I think to confirm maybe what do you want to play to if we just want to do 15. As I mentioned earlier, both these squads benefiting from this. Not an official match. It is a scrimmage, but Bethel getting a good tune-up before their MIAC play kicks off on Wednesday against St. Thomas. Eagles staying sharp, if you will, before their conference finale Thursday night against Morris. And that will do it for this evening. So everybody wins tonight. Both squads grab a set. Thanks for joining us this evening on the Eagle Sports Network for this one. Both squads, as I mentioned a moment ago, get some great experience. Good luck to Northwestern and to Bethel the rest of the way. Prayers that it would be a healthy and safe remainder of the season for both squads. So that will officially do it as both squads have a nice moment at center court to close up shop. Eagles next in action Thursday against Morris, and then hopefully we'll have a few broadcasts for you in the UMAC playoffs. Those will kick off a week from Thursday. Until then, next Eagle Sports Network action tomorrow. Softball and baseball taking place. Softball starting at 3:30 if you're interested in that tomorrow. Thanks for all those who interacted with us this evening. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great evening. Enjoy the sunshine.